I always like to joke mountain biking is just riding bikes with friends. And like, how fun is riding bikes with friends? Like when you're a little kid and you get a bike and you're just riding around on your street with your mates, like there's something that brings you so much joy doing that. And that's, to me, what's still fun about riding bikes.
Downtown, wake up, downtown, wake up, downtown. I want to save my soul.
Cool, ready?
I'm Carrie.
Yeah. I'm Carrie, and I live in Northeast Tasmania in St. Helens. When I first got into mountain biking, I had been road biking at first, and I just loved, I loved riding bikes. It was so fun, such good exercise, and just a really cool way to propel yourself forward. It's so efficient, and that's really satisfying. Mountain biking was just this world that opened up to me. It's when I go to mountain bike, I'm just excited. I'm excited to be in nature. The forests here are so incredibly beautiful. Here in St. Helens, when you pedal up and see the coastline, it's just stunning. And then these huge gum trees, it just feels like such a unique experience to be out there in such incredible beauty and then have this adrenaline sport you can mix in with it, and then have incredible people around you. So to me, it's just, I think the really addictive thing about it is the fun factor of having this sport out in the woods that's so peaceful and beautiful, and then you can push yourself as much as you want to. In riding, there's always some new challenge you can try to take on, and then if you don't feel like it, there's always some rad flow trail you can just cruise through and enjoy that, the flow state of just being in nature with people you really love and cruising on a bike. Who doesn't like riding bikes? It's awesome. I first moved to Northeast Tasmania in 2017, and at the time I was living in Oregon, and I was just Googling the best mountain biking in Australia because I knew I was going to come to Australia, and Blue Derby kept coming up, and I was like, cool, this must be the mecca for mountain biking in Australia. And when I got there, I got a job in the mountain biking industry. At the time, it was the only mountain bike shop in Derby, and I ended up working there for 3.5 years. I kept seeing a pattern of so many men coming mountain biking, and it'd always be these mates trips, blokes trips, guys trips for the weekend, and it'd just be this crew of guys all leaving their wives behind, leaving their kids behind, and going to ride bikes. And it would be so rare to see a group of women riding bikes that I started having this craving to see more people like me in the bike industry, more people in the shops, more people on bikes. And to be honest, there was a point in Derby, a brief summer, where there were more women working in the shops than men. There were probably, at the shop I worked in, maybe there were 6 women working there. In the shop next door, there were 2 women. And that was such an exciting time to see an industry that felt like it was actually kind of represented to tourists as women in that sport. And that's changed a bit since then, even to now. Yeah, I think there's just a craving to see more people who look like me doing the sport that I love, and to get us all to group together, to create a movement of getting more women riding, and to see more women riding, and to inspire more women to start riding bikes. And it's hard to get into a sport if you never see anybody who looks like you doing it. So it was so exciting when I was first approached to represent women riding bikes, and it's so common whenever you watch open a magazine or watch an edit of mountain biking that it's just a bunch of guys. So this is Stoke Queens, and we are a group of women riders, and we've just come together to ride and change the dynamic, have a group of people that are riding because we just want to have fun and spread the Stoke and make it as inclusive as possible. So a lot of times with mountain biking, there's so much emphasis on speed. And with Stoke Queens, I just wanted there to be emphasis on fun. So we're just stoked, a bunch of women riding together and empowering one another and changing the world where you're the one woman at the back of the line, like a lot of us have been there. But yeah, we're just here to have fun and ride bikes. This is the 6th Stoke Queens ride, and today we're riding in St. Helens. Sometimes we ride in Derby. We like to mix it up, and yeah, it's cool to have such a large range of riders. So the big emphasis with Stoke Queens is making it inclusive. So we want all women to feel welcome, any ability, new to riding, racing, wherever you're at. It's just about coming and every woman getting an awesome experience from it. So pushing themselves if they want to push themselves, sessioning stuff, or just having fun and riding bikes. And so today, after the Stoke Queens ride, we're teaching people how to respond to snake bites. And in the past, we've done how to change a tube. And that's what it all comes down to, is just women feeling really equipped to take on whatever they come into and leaving with this better community. It's been really awesome to see the people who have made friends through this group and continue to ride together even outside of it. And that's another major goal of the ride, is to have people connect with one another and find ride partners whenever they want to go. There are so many women riding bikes. And if you buy a magazine or you go on YouTube or watch a mountain bike film, you might not even know that there are so many women out there riding bikes. And to see people doing it, to see more women riding bikes, that's when other women get inspired. When men can see that this sport is a sport that's for everyone. When the world can just kind of open their eyes up to something that's already happening, like mountain biking is for everyone. And I want women to see other women riding bikes, and I want them to be inspired to get out there and to know that we're all in it together, and we should be riding bikes together more often.